I don't know if that's really a question, Duncan. Obviously, be the Ordo Malleus. They would actually get shit done and wouldn't get in your way. And good morning, everyone. Hope you guys had a fantastic evening, fantastic night's rest, and a pretty good weekend. Actually, had a pretty okay night's sleep. It wasn't great, but you know, it wasn't bad either. Just kind of existed. It was a sleep that existed. Oh my goodness. Yeah, since we've been watching so many Jackie Chan movies, I've been getting the itch to do some kung fu games. Actually got me to go re-download Age of Wushu as well. But it looks like you might only get one character, so I'm debating really hard if I want to be Tangman again and be neutral, or do I want to be Beggar Sect, or try Shaolin maybe, or maybe Wudang. Hey, it's a tough call for me. I do like the Beggar Sect. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, today I felt like, let's play an old, cult classic BioWare game. Probably, I'd say one of their better games for sure. I don't know if I'd say it's their best game, though. But it's definitely one of their better games. I have no idea how it's going to run on modern hardware. I got to the main menu and everything. The main menu looks like it's slow. I don't know if that's true, or if it's supposed to be that way. But the main menu looked slow as shit. And I had to do a trick to bypass the launcher because the launcher is scuffed. But that's okay. Like that's easy peasy. Yeah, let's get into the game, shall we? Oh. Okay. Button prompts don't work. Well, that's not a good sign. Yeah, my button stuff doesn't work in game. Yeah, I saw it go. See, this feels like it's not right, you know? Yeah, I played What the Car a little bit. I played the demo of it. Let me see if there's a thing here. Let's see what the main menu looks like. Yeah, it is scuffed. Okay. Right. Let me look up some stuff real quick. Let's see. Okay. Frame rate in the game to 30 FPS, which is a big no-no for modern PC gamer. Do you set that? Alright. Doesn't improve things for you. Look for just set to 0 and set to 1, so the line should look like... That's it, you're all done. Okay. So he posted fixes. I'm looking at some of these fixes real quick. Yeah, apologies. It's just I want to make sure. All right. Well, let's go to the local file, shall we? Come in here, exit. Okay. I want this game to look as good as possible. Browse local. Ah, hey Threadnought. BioWare used to be a company that made games for people to enjoy. Yeah. How does it feel to know everything you've known, loved, and cared about has turned to shit? It feels great. Okay. Program administrator. Programming compatibility mode for Windows XP. Service Pack 3. Okay. There's the INI. So let's open it up, baby. Clamp FPS 0. Okay. Huh. Oh, here, there's a show FPS button as well. Nice. Might try that. There's all kinds of very interesting stuff. You have save game sortings in here? Different screenshots? You can instantly set things to no sound? Very strange. Okay. We make these two changes and that's it. Let's give it a shot, shall we? Jade Empire. In that case, ni hao. We're testing some stuff real quick. The main menu was all fucky wucky. So I think I have to switch over here first and then hit play. Maybe. Oh, what the hell? I'm trapped in a little box. I'm trapped in a little box. Very strange. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's an old BioWare game. 2006. BioWare back when it was good. That's a good way to put it. Okay, so let's get rid of the D3D adapter, because some people said that was causing issues. Alright. I don't know. Well, I was stuck in the box. My mouse cursor was stuck in the box. Yep, D3D adapter was the cause. Let's see. No, we're still got super jank stuff. I guess let's go get that fix, shall we? Let's go download that fix. The opening cutscenes are super loud, Duncan, but the game itself isn't. So it's one of those things where they had the logos independent audio sources compared to the rest of the settings in the game settings. So hooray for that. Man, let's grab this. Alright, web archive. Jade Empire stutter fix. Fantastic. Okay. Run the included. Okay. Alright, let's put this in the folders, shall we? Okay, extract files. Copy that. Back. Paste it in here. And run it. Install. Okay, so another version of the product's already installed. Fantastic. Okay. Alright, so this says it should work. I'll have to see if it did. Damn it. Alright, skip past all those because those are loud. Bam! It works. Hell yeah. Okay, so there we go. We got the stuff installed, and now our main menu looks proper. All right, here we go. New GOM. No. Nope. 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 Yep. Here we go. Customizes characters' abilities and combat styles. Concentrate intently in battle. Use focus when you wield weapons or enter focus mode to slow your enemies. Focus by picking up yellow focus power-ups during battle or by meditating at focus shrines. For spiritual energy, use chi to recover health through chi heal. Let's make ourselves a little more durable, shall we? Oh, we're doing Ming for obvious reasons. Okay. Happily named. Okay. White Demon. Legendary Strike. That sounds fun. Oh, Heavenly Wave may not be unchecked. That's fair. Kind of like Legendary Strike, the sound of it. I don't remember all the different styles in this game. Hardcore Bethesda fans are unhappy with it, not to mention Emil's uber shit take on the criticism. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised in the slightest. Pretty sure I always went 1,000 cuts in the past. I don't think I ever changed off of his combo. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. I was gonna say, was the load screen too quick? The game was just like, nope. I want to see what the heavenly style, or sorry, legendary style looks like.
One of these days I'll find a way around your guard.
One more match then?
Happily. I feel that I learn something every time I face you. Even if it's only a new place to nurse a bruise. So long as you're certain you have time.
Alright, show me your best.
Let us begin.
Okay. Power hit. Hold down left shift. Okay. Mouse 2. Ooh.
Did you see? Master Lee was watching. He may not show it, but he clearly takes pride in watching his students practice. I learn something every time we meet, proving that loss sometimes is the best teacher.
Hey, Metamorphical.
The bruises are worth
it. No, I'm talking about, like, I wonder if the game was, like, it was too fast for the game, and there was, like, an auto thing to, like, stop it. Yeah. Thank you for the bout.
You are gracious as always. I regret that there won't be much time for such practice now that you've almost finished your training. Master Lee told me to pass on that you should speak to him when you have the chance. He said you could take your time, so you need not rush.
Why didn't you tell me that earlier?
He specifically told me that it was no rush, so I didn't think it would be vital. Besides, who could turn down a chance to practice with you?
Ah, that's fair.
You have some time to wander the school and talk with other students. Smiling Mountain likely has some of the younger students available if you want to spar. I shall leave you to it. Take care, my friend.
wherein a master foretells of doom, a rival challenges for station, and the past haunts the present. Your training nears completion in the idyllic setting of two rivers. Master Lee promises that soon you will know more about how you came here and where your future will lead. All the while, strange tales begin to spread of ghosts that will not rest and shadowy assassins who heed no law. Woo! 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 Look at that sensitivity. Wait, I have a bad feeling. Hold on. Oh, no! The cursor's not locked to the screen. Oh, now it is. Okay. Oh, baby. Let's try 2. Okay. Whew, that's still fast. But it's not as, like, tap it and suddenly you're facing the other direction. Hold on. Let's try 1. Nope, this is the, this is not emulated. This is off of Steam. I've had this game for many years. There we go. Alright. Oh, okay. I guess because we're not locked on to anything right now. All of our taps take us forward. Because I'm double tapping backwards and we dive forward. Double tap to the left, we dive that way. The funny fat guy art? Alright, understanding the stars in the universe is a very important goal. By examining the universe, we can interpret and predict things to come. Sky is where the great dragon was said to dwell, and in his illustrious home we can see the signs of his effects on creation. Of the observable phenomena, 3 major ones are most auspicious. Comets, the flames of the heavens, pass across the sky. Eclipses, during which the power of the gods blocks the sun for brief periods. And falling stars, marking the descent of one of the celestial bureaucracy to the earth. To fight without thought is suicide. The path to victory is laid out one step at a time, each ahead of your opponents. Sagacious Tien. Harmonic combinations demand the use of 2 styles in rapid succession. The first must be of the class called Support. The second from the class known as Martial. Timing is key. Begin with a focused, disabling effect and follow quickly with a powerful bare-handed blow. The 2 actions working in concert will create a harmonic channel in your chi and wreak havoc upon your foe. You must be swift, as the window to create the harmony is limited. Disable your foe, close swiftly as you change style, and strike with all available force. Let nothing stand in your way, but beware. Opponents of great strength may possess the training to resist this technique. Thought will guide you to victory. Harmonic combinations will ensure the journey is swift. There we go. Oh no, I didn't do White Demon. I did Legendary Strike. So, Legendary Strike seems to be the kicking style. If I remember, 1,000 Cuts was the rapid fire. Yeah! Rapid fire hand style. Or was it the kick style? Was it the rapid kick style? Should we ever expect to see Kree or Pagan Trial Alpha Protocol? I have no idea. Again, I enjoyed replaying through Alpha Protocol again. That was fun. The Old Tongue, Volume 1. Thaufan, or the Old Tongue, was the native language of many kingdoms struggling for supremacy before the Empire was unified by Sagacious Tien, our first emperor. As the wars raged, constant shifts in territorial leadership spread the use of the Old Tongue. By the time Sagacious Tien formed the Empire, the Old Tongue was so widely spread that it became a second official language of the Jade Empire.
Typical.
Typical. I guess let's talk to Mr. Typical.
Oh, you're finally here to talk to Master Lee, are you? I certainly hope so. The old man is in there meditating, and he won't train me until he talks to you.
If I'd known it was holding up your training, I would have come sooner.
Really? You would have dropped everything to make way for me. I don't think so. You're far too important to waste time worrying about my education. Master Lee certainly considers your training important enough to shove all others aside, so why shouldn't I bow down to your greatness?
What did I do to earn this belligerence?
You don't want my answer to that question. Go talk to one of your sandal-licking friends and let them tell you I'm jealous. Try Lynn. She'll say anything to please you just to see your simpering little smile. Pathetic. Master Lee wants to talk to you. Do me a favor and go talk to him.
It's a boss fight in
Then maybe I can
Alpha
actually
Protocol.
receive some education at this school.
Dreadnought is talking about a boss fight in it. The Long Drought stands as one of the worst periods in the Jade Empire's recent history. 10 years of scorching heat and little rainfall took their toll on even the prodigious reserves of the Empire's granaries. The sages predicted at least 3 more devastatingly dry years, while those in the Ministry of Harmony watched the death toll mount into the hundreds of thousands. Then Emperor Sun Hai declared that the drought was over, and somehow it was. Through the Emperor's divine will, green returned to our parched land. Stability was restored. Keep that in mind, right there. Yeah, crazy Russian guy. He snorts crack, and that's what makes him so powerful. Martial styles do not always access the energies of mind and body harmoniously. Sometimes imbalance is the source of their power, as it is with the Iron Palm and Viper, which each requires possession of 3 meditation scrolls to prepare the student for the forces that will be encountered. If these disciplines are attempted without complete understanding, the student risks accessing more power than the body can withstand. Knowledge of Iron Palm and Viper is not often shared. Most martial practitioners consider them to be in opposition to classical teaching. If a student happens upon one of the scrolls detailing these styles, he or she cannot and should not attempt to train the style until gaining the possession of all 3. The most difficult and humbling step of any journey is the acceptance of one's own limitations and confronting whether the journey is possible at all. Well, obviously we're going to try it. Obviously.
I thought Master Lee would have your attention for the rest of the day. It is good to see you. I know you haven't had much time for simple sparring. It is too bad. Your fellow students benefit from your experience. A strong opponent is the best trainer.
Can I ask you some of the things about the school?
I am charged with giving whatever instruction I can, but my insights deal more with the philosophy of combat than the skills themselves.
Tell me about the philosophies you mentioned.
Master Lee is very strict about what is taught here, because martial skill is a pathway to great power, and that holds certain risks. It is not just good over evil. Few things in life are that simple. The common way to say it is, do you follow the way of the open palm or the closed fist?
Open palm. Tell me about the way of the open palm.
A term for the high path, or perhaps the way of restraint and harmony. Many aspire to it, but few achieve it. It is a path of resisting tyranny. Of course, the source of that tyranny varies. It is just as dangerous coming from without as within.
Give me examples.
Tyranny from external sources is easy to find in fight. Defending those who cannot defend themselves is a reasonable example. But when your abilities are so much greater than those around you, there is the temptation to set everything right by might alone. That is tyranny from within.
Sometimes conflict cannot be avoided.
True, but that can become a convenient excuse. Eventually you may decide that even direct violence is too inefficient for someone of your strength. It is a small leap from there to enforcing your will so that the crime never takes place. Suddenly you are the oppressor, when all you wanted to do was make things right. This way of the open palm is not without its hidden dangers, despite the best of intentions.
Yep, I read the monetization director's cope. And I'm also mixing my drink while I'm talking to this guy. Why not, you know? 2 birds, 1 stone. Tell me about the way of the closed fist.
It is the low path, the way of aggression and discord. A misunderstood path often misused by those who wish to justify a thuggish nature. It is not as simple as crushing your enemies or as mindless as terrorizing the weak. It is a mindset born of impatience, of imposing your will.
That's what I thought was going to happen. So what is it if it's not evil?
An evil man might ignore a plea for help because he does not care, but that shows a disconnection with the world. That is not part of the way. A man on the low path might also ignore that plea, but he would do so because that person should demonstrate they are fit to survive on their own.
What's the difference? The person dies each time.
The difference is in the details. That same man might help if the odds are unreasonable. He might also do it to incur favor. There is thought in his actions. He is not a mindless killer, but he may let strength decide what course is best. That is why it is a dangerous path. It can so easily be misinterpreted.
Again, what an interesting philosophical talk, right? The open palm versus the closed fist. And him noting that the closed fist doesn't necessarily mean evil. It just means that you have a very straightforward way of thinking. And you're very much more pragmatic in your mindset. Yeah, I'm still trying to mix this drink. It does take a bit to mix this. Oh, no, I know. I put on... I was one of those ones that was like, please, please, please never work in this industry again. You are the root cause, the cancer that is infecting this industry. Yeah, exactly, Threadnut. That's exactly my reasoning behind it. I can't stand all these attacks from gamers telling me they don't appreciate being pissed on. Human monetization planner, yep. General question, what's your definition of woke? There are people misusing the word. Mine is a philosophical ideology pushing for leftist mentality, right? And it's at the detriment of all else. The message, the agenda, the narrative becomes all important, and all of the considerations are cast aside. It's like, we want a female protagonist, not because we want a female protagonist, but because we need more whammons, right? That's all they see it as. They don't see it as like, well, let's just make a really awesome protagonist and they happen to be female. No, it has to be female because we need to push for, strong, independent whammons. It's that sort of shit. It's the whole idea of we want to push the leftist mind virus, the rot, the decay, the disease at all cost. Rather than having a natural reason for it. It's why, for example, old Mulan, the old Disney Mulan versus the new Disney Mulan, right? Old Mulan isn't woke. New Mulan is. Again, in the old one, she had to earn her position. She had to earn the respect of her comrades in arms. She failed. She had struggles. In the new one, she's a fucking superhero that does no wrong and is always right. To the detriment of the story and everything else around it. Well, that is a help, too. The fact that it wasn't sponsored by the CCP and they didn't film it outside of a fucking, they didn't film it outside of a concentration camp. I was asked for what would I define as woke, Safe Llama. And my definition of woke is, it is to push leftist ideology, narrative, and the mind virus above all else. There is no logical thought or reasoning behind it. It's just pure propaganda. Kind of like, trying to give other good examples. It's like misunderstanding what Ellen Ripley was. Why Ellen Ripley was such a fascinating character. Ellen Ripley was a strong woman because she was a woman. Right? This might get complicated to explain. She didn't lose her identity as a woman to be strong, which is what they try to do. In fact, there was an actual play on this in Aliens where you had Vasquez. Vasquez was trying to be less of a woman to try to fit in more, right? Ironically, her bravado and everything like that causes all kinds of friction and problems. But the moment that... What's interesting about Vasquez in that movie is that she drops the bravado, the ego and everything, and she becomes more of a squared-away Marine. She becomes an actual Marine through the course of the trials and tribulations of the movie. Whereas the jokester, Hudson, he falls apart. He becomes a detriment. He gains quitter's disease. Like, the guy who pretended to be all like, oh, I'm so above it all, I make jokey jokes and things like that. When he stands in the test of battle, he collapses in on himself. Vasquez, who is trying her hardest not to be a woman, instead comes out on the other side and turns into an actual Marine. She loses the bravado, the ego, the arrogance, right? We don't talk about Colonial Marines, alright? Colonial Marines is shit. Made no fucking sense whatsoever. Anyways. Yeah, so Ellen Ripley, what makes her a fascinating study and why you can use it against the woke is that she doesn't lose her femininity to become a badass. A lot of her actions and decisions come from her female nature, right? Her motherly bond with Newt is what drives a lot of the plot in Aliens. Because she does directly bond and she wants to become a mother figure. Motherhood is a key, like, subtext of the Aliens movie. Yeah. And again, Gorman is another fascinating character study in the Aliens movie. Gorman is your completely typical, stereotypical, in fact, butter bar. For anyone that doesn't know, a butter bar is an officer that comes out of OCS, Officer Candidacy School, or Officer Candidate School, and they are now in a position of seniority over the sergeants and staff sergeants and sergeant majors, right? Being a lieutenant, you are automatically above all these other sergeants. The sergeants have been in the Marine Corps, or whatever military branch, for years and years and years. They have practical seniority. They've been there. They've done that. They know what they're doing. Or in most cases they do. Sometimes you'll get situations which is where I'm kind of like, a bit iffy on the Marine Corps. I like that the Marine Corps has fitness standards for getting promoted. But at the same time I'm like, but I kind of want you to promote based off of merit and not just based off of physical capabilities. That's a bit weird. Granted, if it's a combat unit, absolutely. I would add physical capabilities to be in. If you're a ground pounder, if you're a grunt, sure. Physical capabilities. Keep that in there. But it gets weird when it comes to other things. Anyways. Sergeants, they have all this actual practical experience. They have veterancy. They have knowledge of how shit works. They've been in there. They've done that. They know what the E4 Mafia is doing, okay? Lieutenants come in, and at day one of coming into their unit, they are automatically in a position of power over their sergeants. Automatically. Just because of rank. So you get in this weird situation where you have the lieutenant comes in, and they want to put on a good showing, but they also want to kind of be like, well, we need to do things my way. I need to put my spin on things. I need to put my mark. I need to prove myself. So they end up becoming a burden, a hassle. They acted like a monkey wrench in the works. They're breaking down unit cohesion because they haven't learned yet. They're called butter bars for a reason. They're also obsessed with fitness. That seems to be a universal trait of butter bars. They are obsessed with fitness. And to the detriment of everything else. They don't actually pay attention to what their men want. They think, hey, let's just go for a 10-mile run, right? 10-mile run, let's do it. Right now. Let's go. And meanwhile their unit might be like totally like run down and be like, dude, man, we need a moment to collect ourselves, sir. So the sergeants have to kind of step in and kind of, keep the butter bars in check. In the movie Aliens, Gorman comes in as a typical butter bar. It's in fact highlighted in his, like, how many drops have you been in? And he was only in simulated drops, right? He had never been in an actual combat drop before. Apone tried his best, right? Apone tried his best to follow out Gorman's orders. Gorman, when the situation went sideways, while Apone was trying to get everyone collected together and get a fighting retreat out, Gorman lost it. He defaulted to by-the-books leadership. And then he gets knocked unconscious when the APC hits subtraction, but he doesn't. He's not in his seat or anything anymore. He's not buckled down, so he knocks himself unconscious. When he wakes back up, though, notice what Gorman does in the movie. He doesn't try to reassert command. Gorman goes through a character arc in Aliens, and most people don't realize it. When he wakes back up, he is the actual ranking leader of the survivors. He should be in command on paper. But he himself has realized that he is not fit in this moment. He stood in the fires of the Crucible, and he came out whimpering. He wasn't prepared. Now, he could be a better leader in the future because of this. Because he understands his limitations and his faults. Notice that in the movie, he does not try to take over leadership back away from Corporal Hicks. He lets Corporal Hicks be the leader. Corporal Hicks is the one from that point on that is constantly giving the actual orders. He's the one setting up the fire watch. He's the one setting up watch. He's the one setting up their firing positions, everything. Corporal Hicks is the leader of the survivors from that point on. Not Lieutenant Gorman, even though he should be on paper. And yeah, that's what I find Gorman to be a fascinating character. Because again, he doesn't complain about it. He doesn't fight back against it. He understands. He realized that he was tested and he failed the test. So he actually has the integrity and actual leadership quality to understand that, no, that we're in a situation where we need somebody who, when they were tested, they stood strong. And that was Hicks. Hicks was tested and he stood strong. So he defaults to let Hicks be in command. You see that all throughout, too, that Gorman, when they're escaping, Gorman has the opportunity to go with Hicks. He has the opportunity to stay with Hicks and with Ripley and to make it to the dropship to be alive. But when Vasquez goes down and she screams out in pain, Gorman, without second thought, hits Hicks and tells him to keep going, and Gorman goes back to save Vasquez. Now, obviously, he doesn't save them, but look at what he did. He didn't complain about it. He didn't be like, no, I'm more important, I need to get out. No, he went back to save another Marine. Now, it didn't work out for him, but and that moment proved that he would have been a good leader, right? He just needed time. It was his inexperience, his length of time being a leader that was the problem. He would actually be a fantastic leader if he was given that time to grow and become and gain veterancy. That's why I always find Aliens has so many fascinating aspects about it, all throughout the movie, that are just below the surface. And talking about Vasquez going from trying to be a man into just becoming a squared away Marine is one of them, and Gorman being an actual good leader is another one. Because he doesn't seem like it, right? The first viewing, everybody's like, oh, he was a fuck-up. He fucked up the whole thing. He got all those Marines killed. He did. But he recognized that in himself. And that's part of being a good leader, is that you accept your mistakes. You accept that you fucked up. And he does. Anyways, no, enough of that. Now, that was a hell of a tangent. That was a wild tangent we went on there. Does this have any practical effect?
You are the sum of your actions. The harmony or discord that you sow will weigh on your shoulders as surely as any physical yoke. But there can be advantages. Certain forms of attack inherently lean toward one extreme or the other. They have a rhythm that resonates within you. You may find that some attacks perform better if you are more intent on causing discord. How you use this is for you to discover and decide.
Okay, go back.
I am charged with giving whatever instruction I can, but my insights deal more with the philosophy of combat than the skills themselves.
Let's see. I want to ask about someone specific.
Who are you interested in?
Tell me about Gao.
I'd rather not. He is impatiently traveling the low path, and I long ago abandoned him to it. He is reckless, and he neither seeks nor wants my guidance. As young as he is, Gao has impressive skill. Master Li has tried to restrain him, but I know how far he has gone. He wields powerful energies, but has the temper of a child.
Where did he learn this? Master Li will not teach it.
Master Li has taught the base of such techniques to you and others. Mastering Qi is important for any student here, but he also demands control. Gao's father most likely tutored him. By all that I have heard, both are impatient and spoiled. They can be provoked into explosive outbursts.
Tell me what you know of Master Li.
Master Li is a private, and I will not presume to speak for him. His interest in you surpasses the care of any master I have known. He must see great potential in you.
Okay. I'll ask about you.
If you wish, but only introspection reveals true insight. I used to call the trading center of Phoenix Gate my home, but I am settled here. I have nothing to go back to.
Okay. Why did you leave Phoenix Gate?
It is not important. Suffice to say that I prefer this little village to the temptations of a greater city. Enough about me. What else can I do for you?
How long have you taught here?
It has been several years since I arrived in Two Rivers. I was surprised to find a teacher of Master Li's ability so far out on the borderlands. It was a fortuitous accident. I have studied the martial arts all my life, and serve your master as I am able. he is devoted to your training and needs someone to assist the other students.
Excuse me. Oh my goodness. My apologies. Back to my previous questions.
I am charged with giving...
Kind of items and additional training do you sell?
Ah, yes, training. For some time now, I have offered, for a small fee, to run students through a short regimen that will help them enhance their abilities. The lessons you learn from me, or from any trainer for that matter, will stay with you and help make you stronger, or better able to focus your mind or magic.
Should have put chi at the end. Why is there a fee?
Training has worth, and Masterly allows me to collect a small fee to reinforce this. Travel outside 2 rivers and you will find my prices are quite reasonable.
Well, show me what you have.
Let's see what you can learn.
I have no monies. Ooh. Interesting. +3 chi, -1 focus. That could be very interesting. Alright, let's see if there's students
What can I
spar.
There are a few, but not enough for me to set up some of the more challenging matches that I'm sure you would prefer. There will be more students available later in the day when many of their exercises have concluded.
Nice. Hey, Fenru. Alright, perhaps another time.
Goodbye.
Where'd the music go? What do you mean by cultivation brain rot?
Always good to see you wandering the school. You're the best among us, after all. So it makes everyone train a little harder when you're around. The tricky part is making sure we're emulating you, not hoping to take you down a peg. You should think carefully before bruising the tender egos around here. Oh, did I tell you to see Master Lee when you have a chance? I'm not taking the blame if you forget.
The ones who did were the usual haters. Checking profile of haters, majority pro-Trump people, weird religious symbology, or people with avatar obsession for anime little girls. Sometimes I feel I'm too innocent for this world. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've heard about the implosion of Godot and how fucking stupid it is.
It is an honor to be approached by the school's most senior student. My mother had high hopes for the school when she sent me here from the capital. Sometimes I wonder if I'm ready to train with others of such skill. Even in the robes of a junior student, I feel a long way from my home in the Imperial City.
If you're here, you belong here.
You're right. Master Lee would not have accepted me if he did not see potential. He measures all people carefully. I will just have to work twice as hard to catch up to your level of skill. Even then, it will take a long time to be your match. How long have you studied with Master Lee?
Let's see. Anyone who's been here almost as long as Dawnstar.
She also came here very young, didn't she? The two of you are generally considered the most advanced students here. I'm sorry. I shouldn't pester you with my questions. Is there something you need?
Hang on a second. Well, you see, you start at Ching Chong cultivation to Heavenly Star Emperor Ching Chong cultivation. No, it doesn't do that. You do get more powerful through, but it's more of a traditional leveling system. Though you do need to get scrolls for certain techniques, right? I I do actually enjoy the idea of the cultivation games. Age of Wushu did it very interestingly, where you had to cultivate your skills. And what a lot of that meant was you had to practice with the skill over and over and over again. Usually in like the forms of special like rituals at each of the schools, depending on what your school was, right? Oh no, I agree, Threadnut. Everybody that got blocked from the GitHub and they were a backer, they should absolutely sue the shit out of Godot. I think it would be just reward and good karma served on that piece of shit. But yeah. Yep, I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see. What is your opinion on Alpha Protocol? I love Alpha Protocol. Janky as shit, and I wish it had a lot more depth to it. But it is probably one of the best spy games there is out there. Yeah, this game was made by BioWare, not by like a Chinese dev studio. Though, like I said, I love Age of Wushu because it has that cultivation system in it. It feels more interesting as a way to level up your capabilities. How old do you know this is school?
I don't know anyone else who displays the skill you do. Perhaps Gao, but he lacks discipline. That is why he still wears the robes of a junior student, despite his ability. Dawnstar would be next, with few able to match her delicate moves. Beyond that, the only other person I know well is Smiling Mountain, the sparring master.
What do you think of Dawnstar?
I know she is sensitive to things the rest of us can't see. Sometimes I feel sorry for her. It obviously makes her feel different, and that's not right.
Why do you say that?
I think she was given a gift. Unlike responsibility, it may not always be pleasant, but it's something she should be proud of. It shouldn't isolate her.
Do you have any impressions of Gao?
I have seen his kind in the city. He thinks his family's wealth is a substitute for nobility and is angered when others still see him for what he is, a crass and spoiled bully.
Alpha Protocol non-lethal ghost run is fucking awesome. Apart from the boss fights, you feel like an invisible god. Yeah, I agree. Man, going pure stealthy, I love doing ghost runs in Alpha Protocol. How does Smiling Mountain help you train?
Well, he doesn't come close to Master Lee's skill, but Smiling Mountain is good for the younger students. He pairs novices with more advanced students so we can learn.
Let's see. Anything special about me?
I've heard about and seen your skill, but I haven't been here long enough to know much more. Most of the students seem to appreciate your abilities.
I'm gonna assume Gao.
I hate to put words in other people's mouths, but it's obvious that Gao does not favor you. Master Lee has been a mediator of sorts, but Gao responds poorly to authority.
Back to my other questions.
I'll answer what I can.
Since you're new, I'm interested to hear your thoughts on Master Lee.
He's one man and guides his students well. My last school had two masters who feuded all the time. It made learning very difficult.
Oh, that's actually a thing for later in the story. I see what you're doing there, BioWare. Well done. Well done. That's cool. Just get a little bit of foreshadowing by talking to a random guy, and he talks about a school of feuding masters. It's like, hey, that's a thing that happens later in the story. What style did you study in the Imperial City?
At the Black Leopard School, I learned the bare basics of a style under First Brother Kai, but not enough to say I'd mastered anything more than a few core techniques. I'd demonstrate, but I don't think I even could. Master Li's teachings have been so much more effective that I have forgotten most of what I learned in the capital.
How do Master Li's skills measure up to your teachers in the Imperial
He
City?
is greatly skilled and tutors his students intently. You especially. My school in the city was mired in politics, not an environment that promotes diligent study.
Let's go back to my other questions.
I'll answer what I can.
Just kind of nice just to sit back and talk in a game, you know? You know, that would be a really cool project. A fan remake of Jade Empire. That'd be fun. Maybe add in all those new styles and everything that some of those mods were working on. That'd be very fucking interesting. What do people from the capital think of the Empire?
It's funny, but I still want to look over my shoulder. I have to remember that we are a long way from the ears of the Lotus Assassins.
Why would you be worried about the Lotus Assassins?
They're the Emperor's personal guardians. In the Imperial City, they watch everyone and everything, looking for those who would question the course of the Empire.
Why are people questioning the direction the Empire is taking?
The Lotus Assassins visit people who ask a lot of questions. The Emperor hasn't been seen much recently. His advisors run things. They're not gentle.
Do you ever think about the rumors of ghosts?
There's already enough darkness without making up stories about shadows, in my opinion. And try Lynn. She seems very interested in the ghosts.
Yeah, it's a fantasy world. But it's obviously heavily inspired by ancient Chinese philosophy. What can you tell me about the places other than here?
I'm no map maker, but I know the basics of the way the Empire is laid out. What do you want to know?
Tell me about the Imperial City.
It was a beautiful place to grow up. The brightest minds, the most noble houses. All
Yeah,
the
kind of like
greatest
Avatar.
warriors gather
That'd be a good
there.
way to put it.
It's truly the most vibrant place in the world.
Sounds like you miss it.
I'm glad to be here, don't get me wrong. This, though, is very peaceful. I'm used to a more hectic pace, I think. It's taking me some time to adjust.
How do you like this area?
Two Rivers is quiet, subdued. This province has a lot of rich agricultural land. Actually, fields cover pretty much everything south of the Great Southern Forest.
People from the city tend to think of this area.
They consider farmers uneducated rustics, though they'd use less polite terms. They'd change their tune if they could see such a skilled tutor as Master Li out here.
Let's hear about the rest of the Empire.
The Empire is divided into 4 massive provinces. This area, largely agricultural, is the Golden Delta. To the north lies the Seat of Heaven, which holds the Imperial City. In the prosperous east, you can find port cities like the Phoenix Gate. To the west lie the hills of the 6 Holy Scrolls. I know little about those 2 provinces, though.
Any other questions?
I'll answer what I can.
You're fairly new here. Tell me some more about yourself.
I'm honored that you should ask. What do you want to know?
What brought you to the school?
The school I attended in the Imperial City was becoming mired in politics, so my mother sent me out to the country instead. Politics is dangerous, she always said.
Given what happens in this game, she's not wrong. What sort of dangers would the Imperial City have?
Oh, I don't know. It just seems like the city is changing. Strange people, strange machines. These are interesting times. I think she just wanted to know that I'd be safe.
What do you do when you're done training here?
Well, that won't be for a long time, but I'll probably return to the Imperial City. Perhaps I'll join the Imperial Guard. It's hard to think that far ahead.
Okay. Take care. I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye. Take care of yourself.
Alright. But anyways, like I said, I like stuff with the cultivation and everything. You know what? Let's talk to Master Lee. I like stuff with cultivation and everything, especially when you see actual, like, how cultivation of skills is done. When you watch, for example, like Drunken Master, it was a great example of this, right? You watch his training regimen, and you understand that there's practical reasons behind why they do it. It's not just the usual thing you see where people are just doing movements just to do movements, right? It's the practical skills you learn from it. Like when he was doing his horse stance, right? He's building up all of the control and the muscles in his legs, and with his legs, and his back and everything. He's keeping himself steady in such a way. He's training his musculature. Yes, that's the movie we just watched this Saturday, Baron. Interactive Grass. Yeah. A feature that has been common in games until the modern day, where we've lost this arcane technology, where grass will react to your character. Because that's too difficult these days.
Ah, there you are, my student. I watched your bout against Jingwu with great pride. You have gained almost all you can from the practice arena. You are my best pupil, though you came to me an orphan. I have tried to prepare you for the responsibility your skills will bring. Have you given thought to your future?
Perhaps I will train others as you have trained me.
Your lessons are complete. Remember these basic skills and keep them at heart. But also remember that classes are not a true measure of ability. Always be ready to learn. I recall that, as a child, you fell and bruised your arm. I comforted you, saying that small pains are part of learning, but not every setback imparts wisdom. You must be careful. Sometimes all you learn in defeat is that you have been defeated. This world is out of balance. Spirits grow restless, and you have a role to play that I have kept secret.
Sure, it's for good reason, Master.
Those who announce their import and destiny before they are ready tend to meet unfortunate ends. The wise only seek attention when capable of dealing with it. The people are scared. I do not have all the answers, but I know you will become very important to the fates of many. You will be called to face a great evil.
Master! Master Lee!
What is this interruption? This had better be important. There is much to say.
Master! Nijo came to warn me. He saw a boat from the outlook past the fields. Strange outlaws. They fired something at him, and Kiamin was injured.
Where is she now?
Still outside the village by the outlook. Nijo couldn't carry her. Please come, Master Lee. The bandits are not at the village yet, but they could arrive at any time.
We will have to continue our discussion later, my student. It appears we have more pressing matters.
What would you have me do, Master?
The time for practice is over. Go to Gujin, the weapon master, and get a weapon. You may soon be called to use it. On your way, make certain Dawnstar is aware of the danger. Her skills have always complemented yours, so take her with you. Prepare yourself for a potential attack while I tend to my fallen student. I will return as soon as I can. We will continue our discussion when the threat is over.
Where can I find Dawnstar and Gujin?
Dawnstar will be near her garden at the entrance to the school. Gujin will be in his shop near the village gate, up the stairs from the village square.
Alright, I'll do as you ask.
Good. The time comes when you will know all you need to. For now, keep the basics at heart.
I know, isn't that wild? That this has better facial animations than fucking Starfield does? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Statue of a lion stands behind an altar. It is marked as a training aid designed by a previous master of the school. There's a crystal sphere in the lion's paw. Examine the markings on the lion. The alternate statue served to show students a real example of lessons otherwise presented abstractly in class. It has not seen use in some time. The altar is less ornate than the statue and was replaced many times after frustrated or deliberate outbursts from students, but that too is part of the exercise. There is mention of greater reward for more investigative path, but that was probably an additional element of the test performed by the master who placed it. I don't recall Master Lee ever referring to the statue. Different masters prefer different methods of teaching. Approach the altar. The altar is less ornate than the statue and lacks a sense of permanence. Something activates as you approach. The sphere in the lion's paw begins to glow with a blue light. You leave the statue and altar as they are. I'm trying to remember. There is something you do with that, and you get something special. Burbs. Burbs. Red lion figurine. Yellow lion figurine. Blue lion figurine. Okay. Approach the altar. Okay. Place the blue figurine. Okay. Place the red figurine. I'm curious about something though. Hold on. I don't want to do that first. Place the red figurine. Okay. Remove the figurine. Place the yellow. Okay. I was curious because I believe there's one. I believe there's one you get if you do a different pattern.
The obvious path is humble, safe, but pays the wage of a cook, not a champion.
Okay. Alright, examine the markings. Approach the altar. Okay. Yellow, red, blue. Blue figurines, okay. It's the same Threadnought. There's very similar wisdom to that. So Threadnought's original post was, "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." It's the same thing. There's another truthism in that when it comes to firearms. You know, I'm not afraid, or as afraid of the man who has 1,000 firearms that he's used once. I'm afraid of the man who has one firearm he's used 1,000 times. And that's good practical wisdom too. It doesn't matter what firearm you have, what weapon you got, use it, practice with it over and over and over and over again. Learn all of the little idiosyncrasies that firearm has. Learn how, when you eject the magazine, how does it behave? Can you easily slot it in? Until it comes naturally to you, until you're perfectly smooth every action you take with it, right? I'll just assume that Todd Lying Bastard Howard isn't lying about the 25 years of development for Starfield. Oh yeah, oh my god. Okay. There was a reason for this. Yep. I'm trying to remember. There was something. And then I believe this opens. This cabinet here opens. If you get it correct. Or maybe it was this opens. There is something that opens if you do the cabinet correctly. We might need some other figurines. Again, I'm working this off of old memories. But there was something. I remember there was something.
What's the matter, Dawnstar? Are you scared that Master Li might find out?
There is talk of approaching bandits, and you bother me with unsubtle advances. How very like you, Gao. No doubt a tactic learned from your criminal father.
His name is Gao the Greater, and he built a fortune out of some ragged thieves and slave traders. If my charm can't lift your spirit, I'll buy the ground from under you.
Flaunting your father's undeserved wealth does not impress me, Gao. It only serves to push me further away.
Oh, Dawnstar, I hope I'm not interrupting.
You step beyond your station. She and I are discussing her future.
Thank you, Gao, but I'll pick my own poison. Now leave, and if you'd be so kind, stay downwind.
I won't forget this, Dawnstar. You show great disrespect. You as well. You will not take all the glory if there is an attack. We are not through.
Yeah.
He's Gao the Lesser in all respects.
I'll
I thought Master
do
Li
that
allowed
in a
him
second,
to stay
Baron.
so that the influence of the father could be countered, but Gao never learns. He acts like he's above Master Li's teachings. Such are the conceits of wealth, I suppose. I appreciate that you arrived when you did.
What did Gao want?
What does Gao the Lesser ever want? He's convinced that he can buy everything, and that includes people. He's a spoiled little man. I'd rather not dwell on him. Let's not increase his influence by talking about him after he's gone. What is it you wish?
Okay, Baron, let's talk about this. So, Baron says, Setch, I have a question. I told you once that I'm planning to write a book, and I thought of making it a game, but there's a big problem. The protagonist of my book is literally invulnerable. I'm not sure how to translate that in gameplay. Well, what kind of invulnerability are we talking here? Like, he physically can't be hurt ever? Like, nothing hurts him? No scratches? Nothing? More characters in video games who are invulnerable as part of the lore, but have health bars than you'd believe. Yeah, that's fucking true. Some of those can be used well. Like, in a boss fight, when you're fighting somebody that's invulnerable, and the health bar is more like a, no, you managed to do this much. You know what I mean? You managed to survive this long sort of thing, so you've earned my respect or whatever. That stuff can work. You can also have, like, one of my characters, he's immortal. The actual definition of immortality. He can't die. But you can play with that in that immortality would be horrible. Like, depending on your fate, right? So, like, one of my characters, he's, I've talked about it before in the past. His name is Kortisov. He is an actual immortal. There's only two true immortal beings in all of the universes. It's Cordysoth and Severus. They're the only two immortals. Severus, of course, is immortal and created everything. But Cordysoth is not. He is immortal through the hubris of an unknown god. An unknown god tried to make a curse, and because of Cordysoth's direct connection to Severus, when the curse went into effect, and Cordysoth got the curse, not because Cordysoth was the intended recipient, but because through a series of events, it was almost like fate, he contracted the curse. The curse then combined with his connection he has to Severus, and that caused him to gain immortality. However, then the problems start with what immortality actually means. Not being able to die can be a horrible thing, because there is such a thing as fate's worse than death. And one of Cordysoth's most traumatic experiences was when he was attacked by wild animals, too many for him to fight off, and they ate him. And he was aware the entire time it happened. Absolutely horrifying to even think about, to comprehend. Being aware of every aspect of being consumed. And then waking up, not waking up, because again, he was aware the entire time, but then reforming later in a pile of fucking feces. So, he has a very grim outlook on the ideas of immortality. And how he has moments where he desperately wants to die. But he comforts himself because he does attain godhood later on. But it's his berserker button, right? Like, as a god, each god kind of has like an area, a thing that makes them angry incredibly quickly. For Severus, it's wanting to be all-knowing. You know, you want all knowledge of the universe. Don't ever ask Severus for that. Horrible things will happen, right? But you have Cordysoth, it's immortality. Anybody chasing immortality or not understanding the grimness of immortality really sets him off very, very quickly. As for your suggestion, Baron, yeah, if they can't be damaged or hurt or anything, but they can drown or suffocate, then those will be your mechanics. Those will be your main focus, right? Maybe have that even be part of the story, that whatever area you're in is undergoing floods or great fires, or maybe they're just catastrophes in general. Things that could cause suffocation or drowning easily. Yeah, exactly, Mishima. So again, Cordysoth's big berserker button is people longing for immortality or chasing immortality and not understanding the consequences of immortality. Merax's berserker button would be pettiness. Simple, just ungrateful pettiness, like, is his easiest path to get him to completely lose his usual logical outlook on things. Or if you kill someone that's very dear to him, obviously. But yeah. Unbreakable is a movie. It was back when M. Night Shyamalan wasn't super up his ass yet. His own ass. Oh my god, I'm gonna see if I can say that name. Alright, hold on. So, M. Night Shyamalan is his actual name. However, let's do his one thing. Unbreakable is an actually decent movie by M. Night Shyamalan. Oh my god, I'm trying to say your bastardization of his name, kind of like Benedict Cumberbatch. Shillamalama ding. Ah. Shillamalama ding dong. Whew. Wild. Okay. You know about the bandits. Master Lee said to get a weapon from Gujin.
Yes, he said you were coming. He just passed here with C. Pat on his way to help Kia Min. It's strange that simple bandits would launch such a raid. Master Lee was concerned that this would interrupt your training. His respect for your potential is just so absolute. Has he told you any more about your future?
No, I have a bad feeling, Dawnstar.
I don't like your bad feelings. They always end up being right. Remember the grass fire? Half of the field's gone in a day, and you knew it would happen.
I don't remember. I'm sure it was nothing.
You said you felt the lightning coming, but not even Master Lee knows the weather like that. I trust your instincts. You are
Ooh, this is really good foreshadowing for the story in this.
I can see into the spiritual, an ability that grants some insight, but it doesn't seem to be useful for anything other than keeping me awake at night. I helped Master Lee discover the unrest that shapes your future, but I see only problems, while you are destined to find solutions. I envy you for that.
No. That's not what it is. That what she said in particular, she was very specific. That's very key to this game's story. Please don't put me on a pedestal. I'd rather stand beside my friends.
I'm glad. You have always kept your feet on the ground. What does Master Lee say? That you should keep the basics close to heart? Let's go get your weapon from Gujin's workshop.
There's a lot of good foreshadowing in just the random incidental dialogue. Like, when I talked to Student Wen, he had a lot of really good dialogue for stuff that's coming up later in the game. Let's go together. I could use the company.
Of course. Good company will make the walk go faster.
Alright, the inner self. The great wheel of life turns eternal, bringing one through life into death, then back around again into life. Though the new life is always different, the core essence, the spirit of a person, remains the same. This spirit breathed into each person is eternal. To achieve harmony with the universe, one must perfect their harmony with the spirit. Indeed, the spirit in each individual is a reflection of that greater universe. It is a reflection of the wheel of life and the great dragon that created it. Again, that'll be very fucking important. Chi and health are replenished. Nice with focus. No, she will help though in the throughout the game. See, I think the load screens, they're going so fast that the game is just kind of like, eh! Load too fast!
Nice little town you have here. Not a lot of guards, are there? How are your stocks of food?
I don't know you. Why are you asking me all these questions?
This town isn't well guarded. Forget it, let's just start looting. We'll get first crack at the good stuff.
You're right. This isn't worth it.
Oh, damn it! Dawnstar, you knocked him out of the way!
I can't believe they've moved so quickly. We need your weapon. Gujin will be in his shop north of the main stairs.
It's so awful. They killed him.
I'm so shocked, I don't know what to say. You have to keep us safe.
To the beach. Okay, I'm gonna look around because I do want to find... We do want to try to find stuff. We want to get all the secrets, and I think there's more statuettes we need. Oh man, the push to mute's not gonna work. Fuck. The martial arts. The pride, perfection, and achievement of an individual are represented in many ways. The honing of the mind, civic achievements, and glory gained for the empire. The development of the spirit and one's inner energies, and the training of the body. Through the body, the practitioner imposes his will upon himself, and through that, upon the universe. Through use of his body, the martial artist achieves transcendence and strength, overcoming all obstacles, both physical and spiritual. Ooh, hidden book set complete. Nice. This is two of Master Lee's best and brightest. There's not much left for me to teach you two, so you can't be here for lessons.
Hello, Weapon Master Gujin. Good day to you.
Well, there's no need for titles. Not from you two. This is the old tongue, by the way. Remember we read a scroll about it. Why do you insist on speaking like that, Gujin? The old tongue, you mean? Anyone with half an education understands Thalfan, and some of us prefer the way it rolls off the tongue. Don't act like it's a surprise. Lots of people speak it, although I suppose it is concentrated mostly in the prosperous East.
If you'd prefer, I don't need to use Thalfan. Now, what brings you here?
Bandit scouts are here in Two Rivers. Master Lee sent me for a weapon.
Already? I assume you dealt with them, and the rest are in for quite a surprise when they get here. Well, no time to waste. Dawnstar, I watched you practice with that new blade yesterday, and I must say you take to it naturally. I want you to keep it and use it as your own.
This is a great honor. A good weapon is a true warrior's most treasured possession.
You know, you came here with Master Lee as just a babe. I came not long after, and I've been holding on to a weapon for you ever since. Well, two, actually. But you need to choose which one you'll take. Master Lee wants you to stay focused on your first weapon.
Where did Master Lee find these weapons?
I don't know where your master acquired these, but he has honored me with the care of two legendary weapons. You may arm yourself with either the legendary longsword, Fortune's favorite, or the famed staff, Golden Star.
Tell me about the longsword, Fortune's favorite. I usually take the longsword, by the way.
They say this blade was created in the forge of Smiling Fortune, blacksmith to the gods. Crafted for his son, this blade eventually found its way into the hands of men. How your master found it, I cannot say, but this ancient longsword is yours, if you wish it.
Let me hear about the staff, Golden Star.
They say Golden Star was forged as a gift to a water spirit of the Silkworm River. A young noble convinced the great eastern serpent to fly him to the stars, where he dipped this staff in the tail of a comet. It could be pure fantasy, but the staff certainly isn't. It's strong and has an excellent reach. Your foes will tremble if they see you wielding it.
Couldn't you give whichever weapon I don't pick to Dawnstar?
I'm afraid not. She would not be able to handle one of these weapons quite yet. I'll explain why in a moment, but suffice it to say that very few people have your aptitude for maintaining focus in battle. In time, Dawnstar will be able to handle a weapon like this, but don't discount the blade I gave her. Master Lee wanted her to have the keenest steel I could find.
Oh, chat. Which weapon should we pick? I really do like the longsword. kind of, part of me wants to try the staff, though.
They say gold, a young noble. It could.
Let's try it out. I'll take Golden Star.
Your weapon is well deserved, and you'll need it with these bandits so close. If you decide you truly don't like it, however, you can come see me after the bandits are dealt with.
Okay, we get to test out the staff, though. Alright, that's good. That's good. We get to actually try it out. Is there anything else?
One more thing you need to know. These weapons strike with deadly precision, but to wield them safely, you must focus with each strike.
Yep.
Master Li has been training you so that you'd be ready for this kind of weapon. And the drain won't be crippling, but you will get tired over time.
I should go see to the townsfolk now.
You should. Those people will be looking to you for leadership until Master Li gets back. I know you'll do well.
Senior student. Oh, excuse me, Weapon Master. I did not mean to interrupt.
Calm down, student. What has you so flustered?
The bandits. They've already been sighted down by the beach, and they're making their way toward the town.
How far have they come?
They're making their way toward the town now. The few men in the militia weren't able to stop them.
Run back to the school and warn everyone else. I'll deal with these thugs.
I will run to the school and seal the gates. Make your way to the beach and teach these bandits a lesson. I know you can.
You've done well, lad. Go back to the school now. Your friends have some new weapons they're dying to try out, I'm sure.
Okay. I'm pretty sure we have to actually equip it, though, right? Oh, damn. I got +7 focus. Hell yeah. Oh no, spoileries! And we're gonna save. Ah, there we go. Okay, we can switch between them like this. Got it.
There is no time to talk. We have to save the...
Legendary strike.
That was silly of me. Yeah, that was silly. I should have done the thing.
Legendary strike. Help! Someone! They are all over the beach!
We have to help. Be careful. These louts will show no...
Kill anyone in our way! We'll strip this village bare! Legendary strike.
Okay.
I can't face...
The staff is very rough to
Someone
use.
from the school would help. No one else could. Please, my boy Nijo is trying to fight them down on the beach, but we need someone skilled.
I can hear fighting to the east. We have to push these bandits back off the beach.
Thank the heavens you came down here. They're animals.
I kept hitting space. I didn't mean to hit space. Oh, I kept hitting space to back. Gotta remember, double tap to dodge.
Legendary strike.
Oh my god. There we go. Whew. No, I'm not lowering the difficulty. But I just gotta remember how to dodge. See, that was a lot much better.
I can hear fighting to the east. We have to push these bandits back off the beach.
Wait. The one guy died before I got there.
The
Shit.
heavens you came down here. They're out.
Legendary strike. Legendary strike. Legendary strike.
Oh!
Legendary strike. You're too slow.
Oh, fuck. Oh my god. Okay. There's anything else down here? I'm gonna try that again. I gotta get better at it. Holy shit. Okay, all the way around. Thank you.
Legendary strike. Legendary strike.
Yeah, by the way, I'm not liking the staff that much.
Legendary strike.
Damn it, they killed him. Oh. God, I gotta get down there faster. I gotta get down there faster. We gotta get faster. And I gotta remember that we defaults to legendary first off.
Legendary heavenly wave.
Oh.
Legendary strike.
Oh, she's stuck again.
Legendary strike.
Help!
Hold your tongue, old man. This village is ours.
We
Nice.
need to help. Be careful. These loud.
Saved him.
I knew someone from the school would help. No one else could. Please, my boy Nijo is trying to fight them down on the beach, but we need someone skilled.
Okay. Okay. Saved one guy. Come on, we can do this. We can do this.
I can hear fighting to the east. We have to push these bandits back off the beach.
Thank the
Heavenly wave. Legendary strike. Heavenly wave. Legendary strike. You won't see me coming. Heavenly wave. Legendary strike.
There we go. Alright, so now he runs off, so now we saved both. That went way better. She didn't take a dirt nap this time. Okay. Yeah. The staff, it pokes them too much and sends them out of range, you know? So I need to, not rely on the staff that much, honestly. I think I'm starting to remember why I always chose the, why I always chose the sword now.
Yet another village with no purpose. I will replenish our supplies and continue my search elsewhere. You will all, of course, have to die.
Legendary strike. Heavenly wave. Legendary strike.
Cannon fire, look out!
Legendary strike.
Look out!
Legendary strike.
Whew!
Heavenly wave. Legendary strike.
Watch yourself!
Oh! I tried, but I went into it instead.
Legendary strike. Legendary strike. Heavenly wave. Legendary strike.
Yeah, I'm glad I saw that cannon fire. Oh, fuck. Oh, God.
What are you? Your skills are more than this tiny village warrants. But I also see something strange, an oddity. You could be an anomaly or a sign of who I seek. A further test is needed. These mercenaries are not the only threat I command. Let us see you contend with this.
If I recall right, these guys can only be destroyed with,
Legendary strike. Heavenly wave. Legendary strike. Heavenly wave. Legendary strike.
oh, it was Legendary Strike. Yeah, okay. That was what did it. I was like, I remember they were immune to a bunch of stuff, and I was like,
Impressive. Clearly, I have been too dismissive in my search. This village will be torn asunder. Whatever you are hiding, I will have it. I have seen enough of your skills. You will die now, so I am not troubled later.
You! Well fought, my student, but I cannot risk you against a foe like this yet.
So blatant. We never thought to look in so humble a place. We expected an army. Your strategy, as always, is impeccable.
Your search is over, assassin, but no one will hear of your success.
and dead.
It would seem that my past is catching up to me, and you are destined to be swept along. You have faced your first spirit opponents far sooner than I intended. Dawnstar can explain the nature of such creatures. I must go and make sure everything is in place. I thought I had more time, but perhaps you are ready.
Thank you for your assistance, Master Lee.
Do not be so quick to thank me. My influence caused this attack. You were not meant to see this yet, but now there is no choice. I will explain the school. You have done well, but more than this awaits you. See to your fellow villagers and students, and return to me at the school. We have a great deal to discuss.
Okay. Right. 2 and yeah. Ten style points. Okay. In She Strike mode. Costs 4 points there. 1 damage increase. I'll actually get rid of that. Duration increase. Okay, that'll work. I'm gonna wait and yeah. I kind of want to get the longsword. The longsword is just so useful all throughout. That's fair. I mean, we could go speed. You know, we'll stick with the staff. We'll stick with it. It'll be the first time I use the staff.
We fought well against those bandits, but I had no idea Master Lee could command that kind of power. He destroyed that ship so easily. This is so confusing. Master Lee said I could explain the nature of spirits, but these were different. That sorcerer forced them to appear like wild dogs let loose. So many spirits seem lost, as if the way to their rest is blocked. I didn't think they were dangerous, but those on the beach, I sensed madness. Time drove them mad. You disrupted them by defeating them in combat. They will not reform for a long time.
Can we get the staff later?
Peace in that, but I don't know. So much is worrying me.
You want to talk about the attack?
I was worried enough when we were expecting bandits. Now it seems there are dangers we don't even know about. Master Li called that sorcerer an assassin. Assassins don't attack at random. They have very specific prey. I don't want anything to happen to this home. I've never belonged anywhere else.
Where did you live before you came to the school?
Would it be strange of me to say I don't know? I have very little memory of my home before coming here, even though I was 3 years old when I arrived. I remember moving around a lot, never staying anywhere for long, and for some reason, the robes of that sorcerer look familiar to me. I don't know why.
Alright, I'm gonna get the longsword then, for now.
Of childhood playing tricks, with glimpses of the spirit realm invading my thoughts. I could have seen them anywhere.
Yeah, again, Threadnoughts not saying silver bullets being literal. They're talking about, like, be careful with giving a very specific weak spot, or like kryptonite to your characters. You have to be very careful if you use it. It needs to actually be rare. Or, like, you might want to rethink how your character is. Why'd you move around? How'd you come here?
I can't remember specific incidents, but I am used to being shunned. People are not very welcoming of those who appear to not let the dead lay peacefully. Master Li said I was brought to him by a concerned ally who received me from yet another person. That person wanted me safe, but he said he couldn't ensure it himself. Master Li doesn't know who that guardian was or what I needed protection from. He promised to look into it, but he's not had time. Your training has taken precedence. My abilities are just a curiosity. You are the center of attention here. I prefer it this way. I can just be.
Is it troubling to not know your past?
Yes, I suppose you know something about that as well. I hope this does not sound odd, but I am glad we share that. Thanks for this talk. The events on the beach worried me, but you always improve my mood. Let's get back to what you need to do.
Who are the people of interest in the village?
Well, we've already visited Goujon, who used to be a guard in the west, they say. Old Ming always has a story, and he's usually by the statue on the beach. Merchant Fendo is in the village square. He's been expecting new goods any day now, for weeks. Oh, for training or learning the philosophy behind martial combat, go see Smiling Mountain. He is behind the ring, near the student quarters. He's always amusing.
Yep, I'll do that. How did you help Master Li find out about the Restless Dead?
I don't want to think about it too much. Manipulating chance not come as naturally to me as it has to you. The things I do are different.
Throat demons suck.
I can see spirit shapes and hear the odd whisper. Master Li was surprised, but he has not had time to look into it further. Your training is his primary interest. Hopefully I'll find my skills useful for more than just keeping me up at night. Could we go on to something else?
Okay. What do you know about the spirit world?
We are all spiritual creatures. When we die, our spirits are released to find their way to the underworld. The journey eases the transition from life to death. If their time among the living was troubled or painful, spirits sometimes get lost. They can seem almost alive and are often mistaken for living creatures. They usually only appear for a short time. They say what they need to say and then are drawn to the underworld.
What makes them so threatening?
If a person's life was very traumatic, his or her spirit can lose its way for a long time. They can go mad trapped in the world of the living. Maddened spirits change. They lose their connection to the living world and begin to channel darker emotions. They can be very dangerous. I've only seen hints of those. It's been enough. I'm very worried about what may be coming.
What happens to them in the underworld?
I don't know. It's the kind of thing old men sit on mountains to discover. Some say it is a place of judgment. Maybe it's about reincarnation. You'd think we could just ask the spirits themselves, but if we can't really understand our own answers, how can we hope to fathom theirs?
Alright, that's all for now.
Then we should return to Master Li so he can talk to you about this attack.
I'm so glad you and Master Li arrived when you did. My father ran to the school gate to find students to help. Did he make it?
He is safe. There is no more reason to be concerned.
That is a great relief.
Yeah.
We tried our best, but without you and Master Li, we would have died. Thank you. Hopefully Master Li can shed some light on what led to this. A sorcerer in our little village? What is wrong with the world?
Hello, old Ming.
Curse
Curse bandits. Let their spirits lay troubled for all they have done. Some good people fell here, but thanks to you, not as many as might have. My statue. It's a good thing they didn't touch it. Disgracing such a tribute would be like disgracing the Emperor himself. Fitting tribute to our leader, Emperor's son. Though no one else seems interested in venerating his rule. I don't have the back for cleaning it properly anymore. Guess that's why they call me Old Ming. Might I ask some questions? Not many people seem interested in what Old Ming has to say, even if I've been here longer than anyone. What did you want anyway? And make it snappy. My age, I could die at the drop of a blossom. What are your thoughts on Two Rivers? A few scruffy bandits and their mysterious leaders show up. Suddenly everyone's pestering me about the village, like it's important. Who are the important citizens? I depend on who you ask. I expect everyone would cast a single vote for themselves. Well, give me your opinion. Master Li is the real leader here. Everyone looks up to him, and his word passes for law around these parts. His wisdom is unquestionable. He teaches a lot at the school, but Gujin, the weapon master, helps out a lot around town, making him probably the most well-liked man around. And there's Merchant Fen Do. Someday I'd appreciate it if he'd quit complaining that he hasn't struck it rich yet. At least he hasn't struck it elderly, I say. What do you know about Master Li? Why is a skilled man? He has kept the peace in this village for 20 years, like it was set in stone. How did Master Li come here? I don't know. He has never talked about what transpired to bring him here, or why he arrived with you under his arm. Remember, he seemed quite hurried at the time, but he settled in quite quickly. He could see the potential of this place, I think. More foreshadowing. Who is Master before Master Li? It was so long ago. What was his name? Kansai? Songen? I think that was it. He was more concerned with trade than anything else. As Li set the village on a different path. Shortly after he arrived, Songen left. I'm not sure what became of him. Expect another question? If you wish. But only so many years left. Give me a jostle if I nod off. Tell me about the Emperor. Oh, I don't dare speak of Emperor's son. My words can't do proper justice to his glory. He is a hero to many. Ending the drought earned him great respect, even if he no longer shows his influence this far from the walls of the Imperial City. Is the Emperor neglecting the borderlands? I would never suggest such a thing. He must simply have greater concerns elsewhere. Master Li has commented that he much prefers the Two Rivers does not get any attention. It's a sign that all is well here. Can we talk a bit about the past? No, good on you. History is best taught through stories. Teacher lecturing about the past is like listening to paper crumple when you want to hear a waterfall. Everything's lost in translation. About the spirit world. Perhaps you think I have an affinity for spirits as I'm close to becoming one myself. Not that old yet. I keep my feet toward the earth and my head is straight in the opposite direction as I can manage. Wish others were as practical. I've heard many ghost stories lately. Travelers talk of roads awash in spirits. I'm quicker to blame that on bowls of wine than a glut of the dead. Tell me about the long drought. You're too young to know what it was like. A decade of thirst with all the land cracked and bare. It was worse in the great cities. Riots claimed hundreds of thousands of lives. Emperor Sun Hai put all of his influence toward ending the drought and saved us all. But there was a cost. I don't know where the front line was, or the name of the enemy, but the Emperor's own brothers, Sun King and Sun Li, were lost. But what really happened? As I said, the Emperor corrected whatever great offense to the heavens that had afflicted the Empire, and thus ended the drought. Fucking hell. There are so many good fucking references all throughout this and foreshadowing. Holy shit. And isn't answer enough for you, I know. For the young, it never is. In time, you will understand that the Emperor must deal with things that you are not meant to know or comprehend. You accept that, but you're too practical for ghosts? I have faith in the order of things. The Emperor knows things that I am not meant to. If the fisherman sends his catch to a market, does the customer need to know how to fish? No, he just knows that someone else does. That is the order of things. It is real, and I know it works. Ghosts and shadows are tavern tales. How was the Empire formed? The Empire was formed in warring countries by the iron will and what a word. Inestimable might of sagacious Tien, the first emperor. In titanic battles and tense negotiations, he brought harmony to the chaotic world and created a single culture that stands tall over all others. Back to my other questions? If you wish, but I've only so many years left. Okay, jostle my note off. Tell me about yourself. What do you have me speak about? How long have you lived at Two Rivers? All my life. More years than I can remember. Very little has changed. What do you do? I used to grow rice. Now I live on a small stipend sent by my son. He has long since moved farther south in the Golden Delta. He never comes to visit. Typical. But the silver reminds me that he cares. If these bones get any more creaky, maybe I'll move down with him. I have to ask, why are you sweeping the beach? Obviously, I've turned this beach into a grand meditation garden where the contemplative mind can see the pathways of the future and the lay of the sand. Maybe it's just something to keep me busy. My age, you need a purpose or you just fade away. Yeah, goodbye for now. I wish you well. Statues. My God, though, the amount of foreshadowing in just that conversation alone is fucking wild.
Oh, Dawnstar, there you are. I know I haven't spoken to you in a while. I saw him again last night, and I remembered what you said. I wasn't as afraid.
I'm glad, Mrs. Zhang.
He seemed peaceful, if a bit lost. But I know it's not your fault now. I'm sorry for disturbing you and for what I said before.
Remember Zhang Jin, her son? He drowned last year after the mooring she tied let go. A sad accident. I saw his spirit and told her. She thought I was calling up ghosts. Some spirits return because of trauma, to rectify something that disturbed them in life or death. They are very focused. When the pain is gone, they find rest. At least they are supposed to. Jin's spirit told his mother the accident wasn't her fault. Now he wanders, unconnected to this world and unable to pass to the next. Troubled spirits can be set to rest for a time, but unless the greater problem is corrected, it seems all dead are destined to wander until they go mad. I'm sorry, this has been difficult. I don't want to think about how it affects specific people. I'm still not sure I should have told Mrs. Zhang about her child.
Also, by the way, I picked this character for a specific reason because of foreshadowing, too. You were right to console her, even if she didn't want to hear it.
I don't know. People just want to be left alone with their grief. I guess blame is easier to understand than chance. Come on, we should go see if the students are all right. Master Li will be waiting.
Okay.
It's a good thing we have Master Li here. Don't forget his senior student. They say he's the one who dealt with many of the bandits.
Alright, I'm changing sword. Yep, the
Good
dragon
job with
tattoo.
Those ruffians. Those bandits weren't gentle with this town. I'm going to help out with some of the repairs. I'm just glad you two got a chance to try those weapons out for real. Looks like they handled themselves well, just like you two.
Can I exchange my weapon?
Didn't quite match what you were looking for, did it? I'd be happy to make an exchange for you, though it looks like you've gotten somewhat proficient with the one you have. I'd hate to see you lose that experience and familiarity, and you will if you swap to a new weapon.
Swap anyways.
Are you sure you'd like me to swap your weapon for Fortune's favorite?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, I'm sure.
There you have it. Remember, when you're dealing with smiths, they'll be selling you their weapons, not offering them on exchange like your old weapon master would. Enjoy your new weapon. Now, did you need anything else?
Alright. So you get back to work.
All right. There's plenty to do.
Okay. There we go. Fortune's favorite is just... It's such a good... it's just such a good weapon.
Quite a bit of excitement. Yes, bandits can be tricky opponents. Of course, that didn't stop Gao the Lesser from beating a few of them senseless. That boy enjoys causing pain. They were lucky I had to stay at my post. Yes,
I mean, that's
lucky.
fair, Threadnought.
But
That is
Master Li
fair.
wouldn't like it if I wasn't here to stop his students leaving.
Is there anything of interest happening in the village?
Why do you need to ask? A bandit attack isn't of enough interest? What else would people talk about?
Bye for now.
Farewell.
If I remember right, there was somebody we could talk to who wanted the coin purse back. Again, it's been so long since I played this, though. Holy
Which
shit.
one do you mean? Surely not that arrogant Gao boy.
Don't be silly. He's the one with that marvelous dragon tattoo on his back. He must have quite a few young ladies pining after him by now.
Yeah, look at that tattoo. Look at that tattoo.
They say he's incredibly strong and can outlast almost anyone in the school.
Hey, boys, look who it is.
Is that the one Gao the Lesser's always going on about?
I think so. I say we teach a little lesson about staying in your place when great men like Gao are around.
There's no honor in thrashing a bunch of drunks.
You're twice the men you are, drunk or sober. Teach this whelp a lesson in manners.
Legendary Heavenly Wave.
Oh no, that's bad. I was gonna say we both shared the same brain cell there for a second.
Legendary Strike. Heavenly Wave. Legendary Strike.
That moment when we both shared the same brain cell and both did our heavy attacks, but mine is so much slower because it was the support style heavy attack. I was like, uh-oh. Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Those bandits will think twice before threatening a town protected by the likes of Master Li. They were fools to even come here.
Saying what?
The only shame is that their ship sunk. Think what we could have done with their plunder. Well, that's another opportunity lost. In this town, it's vital for a businessman to keep tabs on anyone with 2 coins to rub together. Things haven't been this slow since the long drought. That master of yours keeps things ludicrously stable while merchants thrive on strife. During the long drought, prices rocket.
Oh, because me and the AI both did our heavy attacks at the same, like, basically on the same frame, except he was using a style that's faster, I was using a style that was slower, so my heavy attack was going to go longer. I was like, uh-oh, we shared the same brain cell there for a second, we both did the heavy attack. Because he was blocking originally, and then he switched to doing the heavy. Let's see. You don't like Master Lee's leadership?
I can't say that. He's a wise man who sees to the heart of things. If I were to complain about anything, it's how few students he attracts. A skilled master could bring a lot of people into this town, but he is very selective about who comes. That's his business, I'm sure, but it affects my business as well.
Mm-hmm. That's true. No trade to be found in stability?
I get by. I suppose I shouldn't wish for strife, lest it come knocking on my door. Besides, the bandits didn't do as much to bring people to the store as I hoped. So maybe stability is underrated.
Let's talk about what you can do for me.
Happily. We don't need to waste time on my gripes when there's silver to be spent.
Yeah. What do you have for sale?
I have nothing at the moment. I can't keep my stock up. People are scared to travel, which prevents goods from getting here. I must apologize.
What? You got yourself a merchant if you have nothing to sell.
I do what I can, but the ghosts and bandits limit travel. They viciously force many caravans to turn back. To hear some of the caravan masters talk, there are problems of this type all over the Empire. I will be sure to let you know as soon as anything comes to town.
Okay. Alright, goodbye for now.
Do come back when the weight of your silver is slowing you down. Always happy to help.
Gotta remember, there's something we need. Ooh, yeah, we'll go there in a second.
I knew you would not let those bandits overrun the village. I hope I equal your skill someday.
Can I ask you some questions?
Please do not. This is the first task I have been given, and I don't want to get distracted.
Alright, goodbye. Fair enough.
Master Lee was looking to speak with you, wasn't he? After he left me here, he went back to his house in the center of the school, if you're looking for him.
Girl. Girl. His grave appears to be dedicated to the old master, former instructor of the school. It has a humble tribute, not even bearing his name. Bubble sits beneath the stylized image of a lion, ready to accept offerings of silver to speed the spirit of the departed to his rest. Place a silver coin in the bowl. Coin disappears through a thin slot in the bottom of the bowl. There's an audible clicking sound. Lion image detached from the gravestone. It appears to have little value. Okay, well, I've got the token. I'm going to take that back. Oh, monkey. Monkey. The monkey. Here we go. Yep, basically done everything else. Okay. Monkey. Hang on, can I slip past? Okay. Okay. Approach the altar. There's the old master's grave in the lion's mouth. Glow's green. Okay, place the blue. Place the yellow. Okay. Remove the blue. Place the red. Remove the yellow. Place the blue. She erupts in a loud burst of energy. Clearly you have done something momentous. You feel different.
Examine your world from all angles, and you will see the interconnectedness of all things. Even that which is humble can be the key to greater things.
You're finished with the statue, so you leave the figurines on the altar. Received Gaze of the Lion. I swore that this opened. Okay. Let's see what that got us. Also save. Health 2, focus 2. Hell yeah. Sweet. Sweet. Okay.
Ah, you are back. I hope this unfortunate matter with the bandits has not caused undue stress. Some good people were lost, but many were saved. It means, however, that I must accelerate your training. These invaders discovered us by accident, but as you likely suspect, they are related to your destiny. You have trained hard and are ready. You will have a pivotal role in some great events, my student, after you return from the Spirit Cave.
I object!
Gao, what is the meaning of this intrusion?
Your pet student is not the only one who fought those outlaws. Perhaps I did not stand in their midst on the beach like a fool, but I did my part. If you spent less time coddling him, you would have many promising students instead of one.
No one is denying your skill, Gao.
This is not a matter that can be decided by effort, Gao. There are things at play that you do not understand.
I understand that this student has received preferential treatment, and I have suffered for it. Whatever is in this spirit cave, I am worthy of facing it too. If he is truly better than me, let him prove it. I challenge him.
Okay. If that is what you wish, I will accept.
I will not have you brawling in the street. If this must happen, it will happen in the ring, as a proper test of your abilities. Gao, you are restricted to styles that I have taught. I know the dark tutoring your father, Gao the Greater, has imparted, but I won't have any such sorcery here.
Hobble before I begin. Of course. How else would your precious protege win?
My student, I do not trust Gao to fight honorably. Consider your attacks carefully. Prepare yourself and return when you are ready.
Okay. I'll turn when I'm ready, Master.
Remember the basics. They will serve
hey,
you
Grindus. Good to see you. Okay.
I heard how you faced those bandits in the village. Many people are impressed, but I expected no less. Your skill is a match for any rough bandit.
Yeah.
Is there anything you need? Perhaps a training session with some of the students. It would do them good.
Yes, please. Are there students available to spar?
Yes, and the students are on edge from the bandit attack. It would do them good to work some of that out. It is a shame about Kia Min. She holds the record for the most opponents defeated in my little training challenge. No one can challenge her record while she is injured. I have a little something tucked away for anyone who can best Kia Min's feat. That includes you, of course, but any attempt will have to wait until she is healed.
How do we heal her? Is there any way to cure Kia Min?
Her wound was not mortal, but it was severe enough that I will not let her fight as she is. I suppose you could ask her if there's anything you could do to help.
Okay. I'll go see if there's any way to cure her wound.
Goodbye. I am here if you need anything.
Student Lin. Kia Min.
You are the hero of the moment. Gao claims that he dealt with hordes of bandits, but everyone else agrees that you turned aside their main attack.
good that you were here. My foolish lack of attention forced Master Lee to come to my rescue, and left me with a wound that will take a few weeks to heal.
Oh God, your finger!
Master Lee
Ah!
assures me I will heal in time. It's a shame, as Smiling Mountain was teasing
The
me
weight
just
painting on her
yesterday
finger
with some
fucked up.
special
Did
prize.
you see that? Her pinky finger. It was turned inside out and then bent at a 90-degree angle. What sort of prize?
Smiling Mountain trains students in group combat.
Yeah, look at her finger on her
Just
right hand.
Yesterday, I managed to break your record for
Pinky.
the number of opponents faced at once. He teased me by saying if I could go one higher, he might have a prize for me. I suppose he might make the same offer to you, if you're up to it. If I could fight, he could likely round up enough opponents for you to make a run at a new record, but I can't face anyone with this wound.
Anything I can do to help with your wound?
Unless you can speed up time, I'm not sure there's much that can be done. Master Lee has already tended to it. Then again, I vaguely recall a grass or herb that hastens the healing process. Someone like Old Ming might know for sure. He's quite interested in herbs.
Herbs. Would this herb heal you quickly enough that you could fight again?
I think so, though I can't remember the name. It was some kind of rare grass, I think.
Do you remember if the herb grows around here?
I don't think it's a common plant, no. The only person I can think of who might know for sure would be Old Ming.
Alright, well, let's go talk to Old Ming. Okay. How much does something like that cost?
I'm not sure, but if you had to buy it, I'd happily pay you back for the trouble you went through.
Fair enough.
This wound will heal in time regardless, but I wouldn't complain if it knitted faster. All the quicker to return to my training.
Okay. I think I know enough about this herb.
I know you're very busy, but if you happen to have time and be passing by the beach, I'd appreciate it if you would at least ask Old Ming. If I'm lucky, he might know of an herb, and if heaven smiles upon me, he'll know where to find some. If you have to buy anything, let me know what it costs and I'll pay you back happily. It would be worth it to get back to training.
Alright, goodbye for now.
Take care. Oh, and if you happen to find anything that might help this wound after...
I'm healed. Yeah. The healing feels good. Oh God. I was like, is there a way to go faster? It's like, no, I found a way to go slower though. Chris Ben's thing or two, didn't you? Ha! Brought a smile to this old face. This was wounded during the bandit attack. So I heard about that. Some fool girl out walking on the overlook. So that serves her right for not studying or meditating, I say. Oh, there's no accounting for youth. She probably wants something to get her moving again, so I'd say you need a poultice made from red silk grass clippings. Fendo should have some. Don't let him talk you into clippings of bearded tongue grass. That won't do at all. What's the difference between the two grasses? Red silk grass will actually bind the wound and make it so she can get back to her practices. That's why you want it. Bearded tongue grass will make her feel the same, but it's only deadening the pain. Doesn't actually do her any good. For most people, bearded tongue grass would be fine, but I know the fool girl would start practicing again and tear something vital. That could leave her crippled. Alright. Thank you for the help. Shit, I clicked on that. One could end her practice permanently, and that's not worth saving a few silvers. And don't you let Master Fen talk you into the cheap stuff. He might make a few extra silvers, but your friend's health isn't worth his profit margins. Alright. So, red silk, not the bearded. What do you... Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump. Just a little nervous is all. You're one of Master Lee's students, right? Yes, I've heard about you. Quite skilled, they say. Well, don't mind me. Why are you nervous? Anything I can do to help? Oh, I wouldn't think to resume. Town doesn't owe me anything, and neither do the students of your fine school. Not from Two Rivers, though I do occasionally come into town to do some business. Today has not been an overly good day for me. I was hoping to make a little more silver than I did selling my wares. Is that why you're nervous? I could lend you some silver. I owe a small amount of silver to a man who works for a gentleman named Gal the Greater. He's quite insistent that I pay, but I'm falling a bit short. It's no more than the price of a small pig, but Gal the Greater takes his debts very seriously. I could talk to his son about this for you. Gal the Lesser? Oh no. I know that he attends the school, but this doesn't involve him. There's nothing he could do either way. Gal the Greater is not known for his generosity. I'll figure out a way out of this myself. Price of a small pig, you said. Let me give you the 20 silvers. Give me silver? Just hand it over? I don't know. That seems close to begging, and the spirits of my ancestors would be shamed if they thought I was doing that. I'm sure you'll find some way to repay me eventually. Is that so? Alright then. I'll take the silver, but I will pay you back. I'll take just enough to pay back what I owe. Many, many thanks.
That will make his life a lot easier. Gao's father is not a good man to have angry at you, from what I hear.
Farewell, student. I'll have to deal with my debt so I can get back to my farm in peace. Alright. Oh, again. Let's get the bearded stuff. I mean the red silk stuff. Get the red silk stuff, not the bearded stuff.
A potential customer is a welcome customer. What can I do for you?
For ingredients for a medicinal poultice.
Oh yes, I had heard that someone was injured and immediately saw the opportunity to make vast sums of... No, to make a difference, that's it. Anyway, I've checked my stocks and I only have enough ingredients to make 1 dose of the salve for a poultice. I'm not sure how much good it will do by itself. Might take a bit of the sting away.
Well, he suggested red silk grass to cure a wound.
Oh, now that's thinking, isn't it? Yes, I suppose red silk grass might be just the thing for a wound. I could add it to the poultice. Expensive stuff, that. Very pricey. Hard to acquire, too. Would certainly help her wound, but I know something just as good. Get her some bearded tongue grass and she'll feel better. It won't hasten the healing any, so she'll have to take it easy, but it will deaden the pain.
I'll take the red silk grass. I want her to be able to fight safely.
If you think you can justify such opulence to heal something that time would take care of, who am I to argue? I'll just need your payment to prepare the poultice.
Here's a 50 silver for the red silk grass.
An excellent choice. I'll mix the salve for you and prepare the poultice. It won't take a moment.
Maybe I should have talked him down some, but you know, fuck it.
There you go. Her pain will fade quickly and the binding effects of red silkgrass will make sure she can fight again, if she wants to. Your generosity is extreme, but who am I to complain? Enjoy, and I hope it makes your friend better quickly.
Alright. Goodbye for now.
Do come back when the weight of your silver is slowing you down. Always happy to help.
I'm
healed. I know about the pathological games. I have not played them, but I've watched Mandalore Gaming's videos on them.
This has been a busy day for us all. Is there something you need?
Have a poultice that should help your wound.
The sun breaks through the clouds when I hear news like this. Heavens, I can already feel it working. That's amazing. Yes, this should be perfect. The poultice must have cost you some silver. Let me repay you. What did it cost?
I'll tell a little white lie, maybe. I don't know, you repay me.
That's very kind of you. I can't thank you enough. If you're interested in trying to set a new record for Smiling Mountain's special prize, whatever it is, then I'll be ready.
I'll try, but it's probably gonna be rough.
Goodbye.
Okay. Alright. Save the gum.
What can I do for you? I am here to serve and train.
Okay, can we talk about Kaimin?
What is there to say? She tells me that she's feeling much better. If you wish to face her, I will allow it.
Yeah, let's do it. I challenge Kaimin's record.
Kiamin says that she is feeling well.
Or Kiamin, I guess.
Seems to be already healing. I believe she will provide a fine challenge for you. If you win this match, then I will have a special reward for you. Good fortunes.
Okay.
Heavenly Wave. Legendary Strike. Heavenly Wave. Long Sword.
That's why the longsword is so good.
Well done. As promised, here's a reward for setting a new standard. Kiamin is eager to try again, but I asked her to rest for now. She seems well despite her earlier injury. Now, is there anything else you wish at the moment?
No, thank you. I should go for now.
Goodbye. I am here if you need anything.
Alloyed body. Oh, and 100 silvers. Okay. What's that do for us? Health plus 5, focus plus 5. Yeah. Toasty. All toasty.
You fought well, and the record is yours. I'm happy for you and couldn't care less about the record. It was just good to fight again and feel no pain.
Yeah.
I'm a bit tender right now, but that's to be expected. I should be in much better shape before long. What can I do for you?
Okay. Nothing for now.
Goodbye.
Alright. Is there a quick save button? Hold on. Before I start messing around with the potential quick save buttons. Control. Keyboard. Quick save is at 5. Nice. I was gonna get it right. Haha. Perfect. Okay. No, didn't mean to do that.
What can I do for you? I am here to serve and train.
Are there students available to spar with?
I can arrange for a little sparring. Are there any special conditions you would like to introduce? I know you prefer a challenge.
I want to fight someone using the style Master Lee used against the bandits.
I am sorry, but Master Lee does not permit such techniques to be flaunted at the school. There is danger in wielding such power if you are not ready.
Fair enough.
He does not demonstrate those skills very often. There are paths of the way that hold great temptation if one is not careful. I can clarify this, but I cannot offer the fight you wish.
Fair enough. Here's some practice against multiple opponents.
Yes, I suppose your fight against the bandits made you want to brush up on this technique. I can arrange for as many as 4 students to fight you.
4. I'll see how I manage against all 4.
Facing a foursome means that you will have to remain aware of the fighting environment the whole time. Be ready. Remember, this is only a practice match. It will continue until you or your opponents are rendered unconscious.
Don't worry, we're only facing a foursome.
Heavenly wave. Legendary strike. Legendary strike.
Oh, damn. I was hoping to get her to break her thing sooner.
Legendary strike.
Oh, that didn't count. Fuck.
Legendary strike. Heavenly wave. Legendary strike. You can't keep up.
Okay.
Very good. Another victory well earned. Now, is there anything else you would like?
How'd you go for now?
Goodbye. I am here if you need anything.
Oh, that does give you XP. Nice. Okay. Well, let's save and let's go into the spirit cave, shall we?
Gao awaits your signal to start the challenge, my student. Tell me when you are ready, and I will have the combat ring prepared.
I'm ready now. Let's begin.
Then let the fighters meet in the arena. Fighters, are you ready? This challenge will continue until one of you is incapacitated. This is not a practice bout. Injury is a possibility.
A possibility? I think it is more than likely.
Master, are you certain this is appropriate?
They have a dispute, and this is the only way to settle it with certainty. It will be an honorable contest. I have restricted Gao from using his father's sorcery.
As if that'll stop him.
I said you would regret getting in my way.
Now.
Fighters, begin!
Fuck.
Heavenly wave. Legendary strike.
Oh, shit.
Legendary strike. Long sword. Heavenly wave.
Oh, God. Yep.
Legendary strike. Heavenly wave. Legendary strike.
Haha.
Heavenly wave. Legendary strike. Long sword. Long sword. Heavenly wave. Legendary strike. I'm too much for you.
Oh. It's close.
Legendary strike. Long sword. Legendary.
Oh. Ah, fuck. Ow.
Heavenly wave. Legendary strike. Heavenly wave. Legendary strike.
Ah. He got me that time. Oh. No.
Legendary strike.
No. Good lord.
It is done. The challenge has concluded and the winner is clear.
I'm not finished.
Gao, I have made enough concessions to you today. I thought I could guide you away from your corrupted path, but you are too much the son of Gao the Greater. You are no longer welcome among my students, and your father's house shall have no more business here, despite his influence.
I was not beaten! Not by this peasant!
You were defeated by your own foolish ambition and predictable temper. I will speak with you in my chambers about your expulsion. Go now. Everyone, this challenge is concluded. I'm sure the victor would appreciate your congratulations. They are well earned. Enjoy the words of your fellows. I will wait in the main hall, where we will discuss the spirit cave. Be certain you are ready when you come to me. Your life is about to change.
That was exciting. I'm glad you were safe. I knew you would be. Your skill is unmatched. Even Gao had to see that. I suppose that's what set him off. I hope he isn't allowed to stay. Punishment just makes him worse. Master Li has bent like a willow to accommodate him and his sorcerer's father.
Master Li does what he must. He is our master.
But don't you wish that some things made more sense? Anticipation is grueling. So much could be happening that you just don't know about.
Yeah. I mean, that's true.
It scares me sometimes, all this talk of troubled spirits. I didn't ask to be a part of it. As much as you want to know more, I doubt you had a say in your fate either. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be a happy time. You've proven your ability and Master Li is waiting for you. You should go to him.
Doesn't level us up.
Everyone is talking about your victory. Well, that and ghost stories.
Gao was a fool to challenge you. You have always been better than him.
Gao was a fool to cheat. Our teacher is a kind man, but he is not soft and doesn't tolerate that kind of thing. You'll face worse things than Gao in the cavern if what I've heard is right. I hope you're ready. I understand your training is almost complete. I wonder who will replace you as our example. It certainly won't be me. I can't even imagine Master Li saying, "You must strive to be like Lin in all things" to the others. Just the opposite, more likely.
If you want Master Li to say it, don't give him a choice. Be the best you can.
That makes sense. Is that how you live your life? If so, it certainly seems to be an effective philosophy. You could just be pouring honey in my ears, but that's not half as fun as other places it could go.
She's a thought!
You're incorrigible.
She's a thought!
Maybe I should spend more time training, and less time worrying about where I stand in the school. How else will I be good enough to take you down one of these days? Besides, there might be bigger things to worry about. I find myself intrigued by the ghost tales that everyone's mentioning.
Let's see.
Leaving so soon? Oh well, back to my training.
Yeah. I do want to talk to everybody, but let's go heal ourselves first.
I'm healed.
And by that I mean get our chi and our focus back. Monkey! I saw that monkey. Even if it was for but a moment.
You should get ghosts in your school so you can beat them and everyone can stop being afraid.
Okay. I thought she might have something different to say. But no, she's just like, get haunted, fool. No, okay. Okay. I don't really have much time left. Again, it's my own fault for kind of dragging my feet, but we had some good discussions as well, so.
There you are. Have you finished all your business with your fellow students? I expect our next conversation to change a great many things. You should be ready.
Yes, Master, I'm ready.
Wait outside, Gao. I will finish with you later. Now, my student, there are many things ahead that you must discover about yourself. I trust you know the importance of your destiny.
Does that have something to do with the bandit assassin?
You are an orphan, but you were not abandoned. You were rescued from the Temple of Dirge in the land of howling spirits. You were orphaned by violent action.
Mm-hmm.
I take responsibility for it. You see, I used to be more than a humble teacher. To learn of yourself, you must learn more of me. I was once leader of the Imperial Army. I was known as Sun Li, the glorious strategist. I am the brother of Emperor Sun Hai.
Master, you've never said anything about this.
I will tell you more, but first, we have an uninvited visitor. Gao never could keep his ears to himself, especially when angry. So predictable. He's heard as much as I wanted him to. Perhaps it will give him a little perspective.
Or it'll set things in motion
He
that
should
you want set in
respect
motion.
even the most humble person, because who knows what lies within? That includes you and me both.
Why hide that you're the Emperor's brother?
I was ashamed. He seized your homeland during the long drought. It was an aggressive change in the Empire that would soon bring Death's Hand to power. I withdrew my support and tried to rally your people against the siege I had helped plan. A doomed effort. Many died on both sides. Sun Qin, another brother, also fell. Listen, I will tell you how you came into my care.
Come with me. No, this is my fight. Go!
Your people were killed. I am haunted by it, and now the world may join me. The assassin on the beach was a Lotus assassin, a minion of Death's Hand. More will come.
Can you tell me anything about my people?
Most in the Empire know nothing of the land of howling spirits. I found its people to be honorable, but I can't tell you more than that. There was no time to learn more.
Who is this Death's Hand?
He is the right hand of the Emperor, and rules the Lotus Assassins in place of Prince Sun Qin, who was killed at Dirge, a death he may have orchestrated. He shows no hesitation, and gave no thought to the lives of those we faced. His influence poisons the Emperor. I have no doubt he is utterly evil. I have never faced him, but I know of no one living who has. A dark energy sustains him. That is the armor of a man who has no remorse, no pity.
How many brothers are in the Emperor's family?
There were 3. Emperor Sun Hai, Prince Sun Qin, the Hand of Heaven, and myself, Sun Li, the glorious strategist. Age decided our place in the order of things.
Hey, Pip Pip.
Sun Hai was the eldest and therefore emperor. I was next and was head of the army. Sun Qin was the youngest and leader of the monastic order.
When you say the world may join you in being haunted, what do you mean?
Your people were guardians, but we did not have a clear idea of what. It is tied to your destiny. I will explain if you want me to move on.
Alright, well, let's move on. Tell me what this has to do with my destiny.
You were meant for something important, but because of my actions, it was denied you. Stories about ghosts, the assassin on the beach, you are tied to this. Our dead no longer drift to the underworld. They wander, lost, going mad. In time, they may overwhelm the living. It began when your people were destroyed.
Mm-hmm. Why haven't I witnessed this?
We are on the edge of the Empire, and not all spirits make their presence known. We are not immune, but I kept you isolated. This information could endanger you. The first assassin found us by accident. The next attack may not be so unfocused. To fix the world, you may threaten the power of some dangerous people. The Spirit Cave will make things as clear as they can be. Only you are meant to understand what is within. You will see the corruption of the spirit realm for yourself.
Does this tunnel lead to the cave somehow? The entrance couldn't be here, could it?
It is here, in my home. I kept it hidden by never acknowledging its importance. It is not hard to hide something. You need only master keeping the secret.
Why is it part of the school?
It was partly the strange skills of Dawnstar that showed me to the corruption, and partly something that belongs to you. You'll understand when you enter.
Well, how did it get here? How do you know what's inside?
Well, it is thought that spirits naturally try to find their way to the underworld, but if their lives or deaths were painful, they return to what was familiar. The school has seen its share of tragedy in the past. Something of yours has allowed me to keep the students protected, but the dead will be everywhere soon enough. You must enter and see for yourself.
Still seems odd to me.
Good. Focus on that. It will keep your head clear. I know you are up to this task. There are instructions inside and something that belongs to you. An amulet. When you emerge, you will know more about yourself and your destiny than I can explain. And you will better know your enemy.
God, the foreshadowing in all of this is so fucking good. No! Damn it! I wanted to read that, that one. Whoop. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. This is what I was worried about, chat. I can't see shit. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. We're in trouble, chat. We're in trouble. Alright. Oh, there we go. I can see. Praise me, I can see. Alright, we will save the Spirit Cave for tomorrow. Man, that was fun. That was fun. That's what I was like. I might be worried on how fast we load in this game, and yeah, I was right to be worried. Yeah, we will do the Spirit Cave starting tomorrow. And to do that, I need to do this. Please, please. Oh. Boom. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, it takes full control away from everything else. Yeah, chat, I want to thank you all very much for tuning in. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. Hopefully you enjoyed time out here. I certainly enjoy Jade Empire, so hopefully we'll get... hopefully you guys will enjoy it as well. Again, it's fun to think about, because I know how the story goes and everything. It's fun to think about all of the crazy foreshadowing and like stuff being set up here and just the random incidental dialogue. Very much appreciate that. Yeah. This Saturday for Saturday Showtime, we will be watching Jackie Chan Drunken Master 2. So that is the sequel. It comes 21 years after the first movie, I think. Something like that. And yeah, it is set... it was made in the year 2000. Very good movie. My problem with this game is being a power gamer and one who prefers to play as the magical classes. Fair enough. Yeah. In the meantime, though, chat, well, you guys take care. Have a fantastic day. Stay safe and healthy. Get fit, get ripped. I will see you back here tomorrow. And yeah, it should be a good old time. I'm certainly going to enjoy my time with Jade Empire. Though, I might take quite a while because I do kind of want to talk to everybody and explore everything and get all the stuff. Yep. So I get the magic and struggle a lot with this part due to saving myself for powerful magical stuff. I mean, that's fair. I don't. I'll set myself up for some magical stuff, but not a lot of it. I do kind of spread my points around quite freely early. Though I did waste some points in the staff. But, you know, what it is. It was only 2 points. Yeah. Till next time, guys. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.